In this video, we will be introducing quadratic equations. To begin, let us first recall what a linear equation is. Do these expressions look familiar? These are what we call linear equations in one variable, which is an equation that contains the first power of the variable, but no higher. The variable is also called the unknown, which is x in these examples. A linear equation in one variable is an equation of the form where a is not 0 and a and b are real numbers. The highest power in x, which is 1, is not shown by convention. What will happen if the highest power in x in the equation becomes 2 instead? We will end up with equations like these. These are what we call quadratic equations in one variable, which is defined as an equation that contains the square of the variable, but no higher. It also has another name, which is equation of the second degree. Quadratic equations can be expressed in a general form or standard form, which is written as follows. Note that a must not equal to 0 and a and b and c are all real numbers. Take note of this equation. It is the single most important equation in this video. Next, let us look at the quadratic equation in greater detail. We know that x is called the unknown or the variable. How about these other quantities? Do they also have a name? Indeed they do. A is simply called the coefficient of x squared. B is called the coefficient of x. In general, a coefficient is a quantity that is multiplied to a variable. Together, b and x are called the linear term in the quadratic equation. The last term c is called a constant because it has a fixed value. That is fairly straightforward, isn't it? When we define quadratic equation, we said that a must not equal to 0. But what happens if a is equal to 0? Clearly, the first term would become 0, leaving us with just the linear term and the constant. Does this look familiar? Well, it simply is a linear equation, as we just saw at the beginning of the video. That is why, in order to be a quadratic equation, a must not be 0. Now, instead of a, what if b becomes 0? We will end up with such an equation. This is called a pure quadratic equation, since the linear term is 0.